a Canadian woman, is holding a letter-writing contest for her three-bedroom home near the city of Calgary. Interested parties must pay an entry fee of say $25, $19, $15, and answer the question, why would moving to this lakefront dream home change your life? Owner Aunt Ragnar is leaving the home she says she loves to put health. Inspired by stories of similar contests, she decided to launch Write a Letter, Win a House when the C$1 7-meter home failed to sell. Great memories of the blessed life my family has had in this home are priceless, she wrote on Facebook. I love watching flocks of geese and ducks traveling to and from the pond, seeing the open skies, starry nights, wildlife, and views of the snow-packed mountains. Her health has left her confined to the upper floor of the home, making living there unbearable. She calls the house a writer's and artist's paradise. The home, about 65 kilometers, 40 miles, south of Calgary, in Millaveda, Alberta, is described as an exquisite country mansion designed in the Georgian country style. In its online real estate listing, the 3,850 square foot, 360 square meter home has panoramic views of the Rockies, a 1-acre lot, a pond, and a wine cellar. Ms. Wagner says the public will vote on the entries and determine the 500 finalists. Those finalists will be reviewed by an independent panel of judges, who will pick the eventual winner. The contest will be open for at least 3 months until early April, but could be extended if she does not receive over 60,000 entries, enough to cover the C$1 7-meter minimum the home listing amount with the entry fee. She also reserves the right to cancel the contest in the event of too few entries. The Alberta woman is not the first to come up with the idea of holding a writing contest for property. She was inspired by an essay writing competition launched in 2015 to transfer ownership of the center level in the United States state of Maine, and by the 1996 film Spitfire Grill, which featured a similar contest for the cafe. But previous real-life examples have not always gone smoothly. There were complaints after the center level in essay competition. When it was picked and a police investigation into whether the contest was legal. It was, in 2016, another in tried a similar stunt, but the contest was cancelled when the owner failed to reach the goal of 8,000 entries, according to Seacoast Online. In the United Kingdom, a couple who launched a raffle for their mega home in Hampshire were criticized that the substitute cash prize was too low when they did not to sell enough tickets to give away the mansion jackpot. A popular tourist attraction has become the latest Chinese company to show solidarity with Huawei's chief finance officer, Meng Wanzhou, who was arrested in Canada on December. Shannon Mountain Scenic Park in eastern Henan Province said it would waive the $9.40 65 yuan ticket fee for anyone carrying a Huawei phone. Ms. Meng, who was given bail in Canada, faces extradition to the United States on charges of breaking Iran sanctions. Her case has upped tensions with China. U.S. Huawei phones shoot grand photos on the mountain. A notice on the Shannon Park's social media account said, "We wish friends around the world who support Huawei's success in bliss. The offer would last until 29 December, the South China Morning Post reported, but it was met with some criticism among China's social media users, who claimed it was discriminatory. Huawei phone owners are being offered other enticements too. They can get a 20% discount at a bar in Beijing. Seen in Beijing, bring a Huawei phone and get 20% off. Similar to this story, we covered yesterday https //QQXL1IYPQL Twitter.com Sokolov. End of Twitter post by @LuoXinji. At least one firm has threatened to penalize anyone buying Apple products. A few days ago, Manpada Shenzhen, based London display manufacturer offered subsidies to any employees buying Huawei phones. It also pledged to fine anyone who bought an Apple iPhone. United States prosecutors alleged Ms. May 46 used a Huawei subsidiary called Skycom to evade sanctions on Iran between 2009 and 2014. They also allege she publicly misrepresented Skycom as being a separate company from Huawei, and that she deceived banks about the true relationship between the two companies. Ms. Meng, who is the daughter of Huawei's founder, has denied any wrongdoing and said she will contest the allegations. Life of Huawei's high-flying heiress. The United States has been investigating the Chinese telecoms giant, the world's second-largest smartphone maker, since 2016, believing that it used Skycom to bring the United States manufacturing equipment and millions of dollars in transactions to Iran in violation of sanctions. Ms. Meng's detention comes amid an increasingly acrimonious trade dispute between Washington and Beijing. China is angry at her detention, saying she has not violated any laws. Beijing has threatened severe consequences unless Canada releases the executive. Since her arrest, 2 Canadians, a former diplomat, and a businessman have been detained in China on suspicion of harming national security. United States President Donald Trump said last week that he might intervene in the United States Justice Department's case against Ms. Meng if it would serve national security interests or help achieve a trade deal with China. If I think it's good for what will be certainly the largest trade deal ever made, which is a very important thing, what's good for national security, I would certainly intervene if I thought it was necessary, he told Reuters news agency. Canada reacted by urging Mr. Trump not to politicize the situation. Our extradition partners should not seek to politicize the extradition process or use it for ends other than the pursuit of justice, Foreign Minister Chrystia Freeland said. A poacher has been ordered to watch the Disney film Bambi repeatedly after he was convicted of illegally killing hundreds of deer. Missouri hunter David Barry, Jr., must view the film at least once a month during his year-long sentence. He was arrested in August along with 2 family members for killing the deer, taking their heads and leaving their bodies to rot. Prosecutors said it is reportedly one of the biggest poaching cases in Missouri history. On top of the jail sentence for the illegal deer hunting, Judge Robert George ordered Barry Jr. to view the Walt Disney movie Bambi, with the first viewing being on or before December 24, 2018, and at least one such viewing each month thereafter, during his spell in prison. The 1940 true cartoon about woodland creatures shows a hunter kill the mother of eponymous deer character Bambi. A months-long investigation, spanning several states, led to the arrest of Barry Jr., his father David Barry, Sr., and his brother Kyle Barry. According to local newspaper, the Springfield News Leader, while the total number of deer taken illegally is unknown,